you on YouTube that have just found my channel. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina Frazier and I'm coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Monday, April 25th at approximately 10:30 p.m. give or take. And I'm coming to you today with a FlossTube update. For those of you new to FlossTube here on YouTube, FlossTube is a subset of channels, YouTube channels, where people come on and share videos with you about cross stitch. And this is my channel where I share with you some of my favorite hobbies, including cross stitching and diamond painting, and some other hobbies I have that are not craft related, such as ghost hunting, video games, board games, and whatnot, and a little bit of life thrown in. So yeah, welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for stopping in. Hopefully you'll find something here that you can get some inspiration from. You can be enabled to start a new craft, try something new, or just use this as background noise if you're just trying to get through your day and you're using YouTube to do it. For those of you that are returning watchers, thank you very much for stopping back. It's really good to see friends, and I always like spending time with friends of mine. It's really great to see you. Hopefully you'll find something here that you can get some inspiration from. And yeah, it's really great to see you. Welcome back. For those of you that are subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for being a continuing subscriber, and thank you for coming back. It's always great to spend time with good friends. And I don't have much to share with you. Here's a little bit of water. Thanks for being a friend. And hopefully you'll get some inspiration out of this video as well. For those of you that have not yet subscribed, I encourage you to click the subscription button below and also click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content. I've been trying to upload new content roughly about every 2 weeks, mostly about cross stitch, which is why you're here for this video. This is FlossTube number, what FlossTube number is this? I tend not to give the FlossTube numbers because, well, sometimes I don't know the FlossTube numbers. This would be FlossTube number 134. My last FlossTube video was 3 weeks ago. That was FlossTube number 133, where we kind of said a sad goodbye to our dog Rose. Have a little bit about that. If I'm currently in the process of saving my diamond painting video update that I just did a little bit before this video installment, and hopefully I can get that uploaded before, well, this one is coming about. So, you know, I'm going to share with you the same picture that I had with kind of remembering Rose, a little bit of a life update this week. But yeah, we put our in-laws dog Rose to sleep about a month ago, and yeah, so anyway, I try and upload videos about once every 2 weeks or so, mostly about cross stitch, sometimes with diamond painting thrown in and whatnot. But if you click that notification bell, you'll be notified when I upload new content to my channel, and then you can come back and watch if you so choose. But thank you very much for being here. I'm really glad to be spending some time with you today. Yeah, so maybe I should move that out of the way so I can actually see the camera. Alright, so you'll probably see me looking down here like that. I am looking at my camera app on my laptop because my camera that I am recording this with is about 6 inches above the top of my laptop. So yeah, I'll try and remember to look up at you as I'm talking, but you'll see me looking down like that so I can look at the recording going on. And there's, you can't see that. Oh, good. That's good to know. There was a little teeny hair kind of floating around. My diamond painting video, I had an ant crawling around the camera, so that was a little funny. Anyway, you couldn't see it, but I blew on the, probably freaked you out a little bit when I blew on the camera to, you know, get the ant to go away. But anyway, so this video is going to be a cross stitch update. I do have some haul. I have some new magazines to show you, and just some stitchy updates for the month of April. 3 weeks ago, you know, we started basically a new month of for April stitching. So I have some April stitching updates to show you and some project updates, and also a little bit of planning for May. And And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. So I think first off the bat, I'm going to get into some haul. Now my channel isn't structured as like nicely as say maybe the Sunshine Stitchers or Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitchin'. I do have a notebook that I write stuff down in that I kind of want to remember to talk about. I'm like, here's some of my notes, but I don't always use it, and I always forget to write stuff down. So I do have a couple of notes, just a little bit here, but I don't even know if I'll get to that in this channel because, well, I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, so to speak. I have pretty big pants. So that being said, we'll actually just get right into some haul. So I'm going to have some haul for you. I'm going to show you some new magazines, not new publications, but new issues of cross-stitch magazines that I've received recently, including Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, and show you some stuff that I picked up at my local needle workshop. And I'm going to talk to you about my stitching plans, my stitching updates, probably my updates first, and then my stitching plans for May and a little going forward, and probably talk to you about some of the stitching retreats and stuff coming up that I have in my planner, and stuff like that, like WIPGO and whatnot. So sit back, relax, grab your stitching if you want to. I just have some water in my Hello Kitty thing. If you watch my channel much at all, you know that I'm a really big Hello Kitty fan. I have, you know, Hello Kitty banner behind me. I have a Hello Kitty little figurine there. Yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a big Hello Kitty fan. Anyway, let's get on to some haul, shall we? Alright. So, as I said, I went to my local needle workshop, I think last weekend or the weekend before last, and I got a little bit of haul. If you've watched my channel, you know that I am collecting the A Year in the Woods set by Cottage Garden Samplings, and I picked up the next two. I picked up the Raccoon and the Ferret. Now, I have to say that I don't have fabric currently on hand for these because I want to do each, there's 12 in the series and there's 3 per season. So they have the first 2 in, I believe it is the first 2 in winter out, and then they're working on the spring ones. I think these are the last ones in spring. The Ferret and the Raccoon. I could be wrong, they could be the first 2 in spring. But they're, you know, they're seasonal. And, let me, bear with me just a minute. I'm trying to get to the fabric that I placed an order for. No. Friday Night Fight Night. No. Alright. Let me go here. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm just trying to, again, I haven't planned. I haven't done this, so I haven't gotten any, there we go. Ugh! Jeez. I hate that. BeStitchMe Woodland Bundle. So, those of you that have followed me and follow any of the people on YouTube that know, there is a fabric dyeing and floss dyeing company called BeStitchMe, and they have a Facebook group. 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 Friday nights every month, they do what's called the Friday Night Fight Night, where they have dyed some fabric specifically for the event, and they post the fabrics up on Friday night, and it's first come, first serve. The first person to post a "me please" on them can claim the fabrics, and then on Sunday, the BeStitchMe person goes through and finalizes the invoices, sends the invoices out, and then you pay your invoice, and then you get the fabric that you won during Friday night fight night. It's a lot of fun. But they also dye fabrics for sale, and they have a website. It's BeStitchMe.com. That's BeStitch.com. And they have a fabric bundle for a year in the woods. So it's based on the count of fabric and the type of fabric, like if you're linen or even weave. And also if you want a fat quarter or a fat half, your bundle depends. But they have dyed 4 colors for the they have dyed a 4-color set for the Year in the Woods patterns. And I went ahead and ordered the fabric. I ordered the fabric I think about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I am getting 40 count fabric because I want to stitch each of the things, you know, 3 by 3. And so I'm going to stitch them on the different colored fabrics. So I believe the brown is spring, the green is, no, the brown is spring, the green is summer, the kind of gold color is fall, and I think the gray, the dark gray is winter. I think that's how it's going to pan out. So yeah, they have, BeStitchMe has a, they have a bundle. It's called the Woodland Bundle. And you can pick whatever type of fabric you want. They get the orders in, and then they specifically dye the fabric per order. So that's why it's going to take a few weeks to get here, because once they get an order in, then they actually dye the fabric for that order once they get it in. So it's going to take a little while to get the fabric, but I'm looking forward to getting it. I got 40 count. I can't remember exactly what 40 count I got. I think I got the Verdal Even Weave. They also have 40 count Newcastle linen, but I'm looking forward to doing that. The Year in the Woods patterns calls for, there's some Weeks Dye Works. They also have, this one is Weeks Dye Works and DMC, the Ferret, but they also have DMC conversions on the back. This one also calls for Weeks Dye Works and DMC. So it's really up to you what you're going to stitch with it. I'm probably going to use the Weeks, just because. So yeah, this Year in the Woods, Raccoon and Ferret. I think I was just called a couple days ago to let me know that the next one in the series is in for me. So while I was at Cross My Heart, one of the owners at Cross My Heart, her name is Carol Grant. She is the designer behind Fireside Originals, and I picked up a Nashville 2020 complimentary chart from Cross My Heart. It was the Easter Bunny on an egg. I'm probably going to stitch that on something. I've got to dig out, I have to dig out the Weeks threads for it and kind of put it together. I thought maybe I had it, but I guess not. Did I have it? No, I did not. And then there was another really quick piece called Bad Hair Day. This is from Mosey and Me. It's 2008 Mosey and Me. But yeah, so I got the 2 free patterns from Fireside Originals and Mosey and Me. And then while I was there, I saw this out on display. This is by Hands On Design. It's called Hop On In. The whole reason why I got this one is because this is charted for sulky threads, 12 weight sulky threads, and the colors in the 12 weight sulky threads are in the More Chocolate Bunnies thread pack. If you've watched my channel from last year, you know that I finished up last year the More Chocolate Bunnies pattern, so I have all the sulky colors I need for this. So I actually bought a piece of chalkboard linen. This is 32 count chalkboard linen. I don't know what the designer is, but it's I don't know what the company is, what brand. I'm guessing Zweigart. Does it have the typical orange thing? No, I don't have any selvage, so I can't tell if it's WIPGO or not. But it's just the chalkboard black color. And I'm gonna stitch hop on in using the sulky threads. So I'm hoping to get that. I don't know if I can find the finishing stuff that she used for it, but I basically have this kitted essentially. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this up. So my friend, my bell choir director, Michelle, at church, she has a crafting business where she makes, she does stencils and she paints things and stuff like that. So I have a dough bowl now from her that I got at Christmas time. And I now have a dough bowl that I can sit on my coffee table or somewhere out and stitch up small things. So I have a bunch of small things I'm looking to stitch up. That's why this Fireside Original little rabbit Easter egg is going to be stitched up. The shop has a model of it stitched over one, I believe on 32 count, and it's only about 2.5 inches high. It's really cute. Really, really cute. And they have it finished up as a little pillow. So I'm hoping to, you know, do a bunch of smalls like that for you. And so that being said, that is all the store haul that I have for you. Now I'm going to show you, actually no, that's not. I don't know if I showed this to you last video or not, but I was on the Charting Creations website because I know this new chart by artwork by Jasmine, Becca, Griffith came out by Charting Creations. They are also licensing Jasmine, Becca, Griffith artwork, and she's one of my most favorite artists. She's the one that did that the big eye diamond painting that I'm working on, that I'm converting a Heaven and Earth design cross stitch pattern over to diamond painting. But I have this as a diamond painting. I bought the diamond painting probably from a company that wasn't so good. I bought the diamond painting from a company online that was selling the kit of this probably about 3 years ago, maybe now or more. And I've been waiting for somebody to chart the cross stitch for it so I could actually give Jasmine, Becca, Griffith some money for owning this. So now I have the chart for this as well to go with the diamond painting. So at some point in time this is probably going to become a cross stitch project, but this is by Charting Creations. This is called Wind Swept, and it's artwork by Jasmine, Becca, Griffith. But the cross stitch chart is by Charting Creations. It's another full coverage cross stitch pattern company, very similar to Heaven and Earth Designs. So I have this in my stash now. All right. So that being said, a couple of new magazines that I have on hand. I have The World of Cross Stitching. I have a subscription to this. The free kit was Felt Hanging Kit. I may have shown this already in here on my video, but I don't remember. Year of the Tiger. That was really interesting. This is Doreen Jones. I didn't see a whole lot necessarily in this that I kind of want to stitch, but I don't remember looking at this either. When was this? Huh, it's issue number 316. But yeah, so there's that. This might be an old one. I don't know. This is issue 316. My rock. I love you. Sandals and shoes. I'm not going to do the full flip through for you because other people on YouTube probably have flip throughs of the World of Cross Stitch magazine, just like they do with all the other magazines. Some circus and little smalls designs that you can stitch smalls for, which might actually also be good for a double. Actually, I think this clown is really cute. Look at that. He's juggling. The juggling clown is kind of cute. I might end up stitching him. Who knows? Huh. You know, they have some little festival ones, including a the ringleader guy that runs the thing. We had a dream and it was you. We made a wish and you came true. There's a little baby sampler. We had a dream and it was you. We made a wish and you came true. Little baby sampler, that's really cute. It's called Love Makes a Family. I already showed the Year of the Dragon. Language of Love. Little treasures. Oh, these are like little necklace charms. Aren't those cute? Little spring necklace charms. Not my aesthetic. But yeah. Little cross-stitch jewelry. Mini masterpieces. There's a thing on here on mini masterpieces by Elsa and Ozgan, who creates fine art with thread, and they're minis, so they're stitched over one. But look at that. Yeah, so mini masterpieces. She apparently has a whole big website with patterns. So there. That is the world of cross stitch. This is episode 316. What is this one? That looks really cute. Oh, Dress to Impress. It's a dress shop. But yeah, so this is episode 316 or issue 316 of that. Okay, put that over here. Then I got the new Just Cross Stitch magazine in the mail. A lot of you have probably seen this. Again, I'm not really sure if there's a whole lot in this issue that I'm even interested in stitching. Grandma's Scrappy Quilt is kind of very festive for this time of year. Yeah, there's just not really a whole lot in this issue that I'm probably even going to stitch. Here is Summer Bouquet from the front cover. Yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot in here that I think I really want to stitch. This might interest some of you. It's called Birds and Blooms. That's very much antique sampler-esque. I mean, that's kind of interesting. I might stitch that somewhere, sometime down the road. But yeah, it's the new issue of Just Cross Stitch. And everybody's been waiting on pins and needles for the new issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is the print issue. If you have a print issue subscription of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, you can go onto their website and actually get your downloads before you get the actual physical copy. Carolyn Zook on Zook Stitch, she's doing a walkthrough of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher issue. She just has it up on her website. If you look at Zook Stitch or Carolyn Zook on YouTube, you can find her walkthrough. Again, I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this myself. I'm just going to show you some of the interesting to me pieces that I've been kind of wanting to try Punch Needle. Look at that. That's really cute. Those are Punch Needle. So, you know, maybe somewhere down the line I might do that or a little piece of that. Where is that? Lindy Stitches has Frolicking in the Daffodils. Look at that poodle. My poodle is cute. This is by Lindy Stitches. Stephanie Webb. Tis a Merry Spring. I may be stitching that for my dough bowl. I don't know yet. This is really cute. This is what I'm planning on stitching. I'll probably be using the chalkboard stuff. This is by Priscilla Blaine of Stitching with the Housewives. This is Bucket Brigade Easter. So that's when I'm actually planning on stitching soon. So that's going to go up with my Easter stitching. Alright, so that's all, pretty much all the new haul and all the magazines that I have. So that is basically it. Ugh, ants. Alright, so I am going to, oh, no, that is not That is all the haul. Okay, so now I'm kind of going to get into some stitching updates for you. Let me get my stitching. This is my stitching little notebook where I keep track of what I've been stitching on and when. So this week I worked on Pandemic, Stained Glass Hello Kitty. I prepped and crocheted some on my very own blankets, and I did more stained glass Hello Kitty, and then I worked on diamond painting for 5 days. Didn't do any stitching for those 5 days. Well, I did one the first day. I stitched in the morning, and then I diamond painted at night. That was the Easter weekend, and then I didn't stitch anymore until this weekend. Saturday I worked on Amid Amish Life, and Sunday I worked on Let It Snow. So this month so far I have Pandemic. I did not bring Pandemic down because I put it away. I think my last video I showed you an update on that. Stained Glass Hello Kitty, I do have that down because I got a little bit farther on that, and I'm going to show you that. And I worked on Amid Amish Life and Let It Snow. So I have 3 pieces that I'm going to show you. Stained Glass Hello Kitty, which was a birthday start for me this year. And whatnot. Alright, so let me get to the stitching updates. Alright, so first off the bat, I don't think I have this. No. Alright, so first off the bat, I'm going to see if I can pull it up here for you. Okay. So this is in essence the stained glass Hello Kitty pattern that I found on Etsy. Again, I'm a Hello Kitty fan, so that is basically the stained glass Hello Kitty pattern. And I am working on the character up here. Oops. This character here in the corner. Don't mind my parked threads here. But yeah, you can see that I've gotten quite a bit done on the character in the corner. It got his eyes in, his mouth, and everything like that. I don't have quite 1,000 stitches. This is for WIPGO in this is for February WIPGO. No, this is for. It's not in WIPGO. Is it? Did I finish it? I finished my WIPGO. This is a WIPGO finish, you guys. So I had to put in 1,000 stitches for this. This was square number 5 for WIPGO. This was pulled in February. So the stitching in here is 1,000 stitches. Over 1,000 stitches. I think it's like 1,024 stitches. So I actually got my February square done for this. This was the piece I decided to pick. And I started this on in my birthday weekend this year. This is my birthday weekend start. Stained glass Hello Kitty. I did finish this. This is a WIPGO piece. So this is going away for just a little bit. I'm not going to work on this for a while. I don't think I'm going to work on it in May. I might not. This might go to StitchCon weekend be with me, but again, I don't know for sure. But this is where I got on Stained Glass Hello Kitty. Yep. Okay. What else did I work on? I got Pandemic is not down here. Stained Glass Hello Kitty. And then I worked on Amid Amish Life. I was doing these stitchings for a couple of new Facebook groups that I came across. The first new Facebook group that I came across is called Magic Stitchdom. Magic Stitchdom is a Facebook group where you're building your Disney style magic parks. So this is a Mid-Amish Life. This is the 3-part series that was published in the old Stitchin Country Crafts magazine. I don't know if you remember that. Quite a few people have stitched this recently. It was also published as a leaflet by Leisure Arts, I believe, and it is kind of out of print. But quite a few people are stitching on this. So where I was stitching, because it was kind of mindless, I was filling in the white in the house. And all the stitches that I needed to get in on this for the stitching challenges the last week went in on the white of the house. I am doing all 3 pieces. If you look at the pattern up here, you'll see the actual piece was done in 3 parts and framed separately. I am smushing them all together in one big piece. Therefore, like, you see the house and you see what I'm doing with it. So yeah, you can see I've got most of that first panel in color done, but I'm smushing them all together. You can see where the chimney is on the house on this side over here. This is where the chimney on the house goes. But yeah, I am putting all 3 pieces together in one big piece. So that is what I'm doing, and I worked on the house. So that was my Mid-Amish Life piece that I worked on for some challenges. This is sticking with me for May, because this was WIPGO. This was for WIPGO in March. I had to do 1,000. I have to do 1,000 stitches by the end of the year for WIPGO for this to claim the square. I'm currently at 515 stitches for this. Okay. So yeah. So for Magical Stitchdom, I am still currently in the process of stitching to open my kingdom. There's 4 items that you have to stitch for in order to open your park. My park is going to be called Fraser's Acres of Fun, and so I'm currently going to be stitching for the castle. I have to stitch 400 stitches to make the castle. Haven't quite decided what project I'm going to use for that yet. I could use a Mid-Amish Life because I still have over 400 stitches left to complete to finish WIPGO, so I may do it on that. And double dip with Magical Stitchdom and WIPGO. I don't know yet. And Stained Glass Hello Kitty is the April focus for me for semi-seam stitchers. I don't think, I'm only 447 stitches into Hello Kitty for the month. I have to do 1,000 stitch increments in order to count it for semi-seam stitchers. I am working on the semi-sane Easter egg hunt this month, and I'm doing actually pretty good in that. So I'm staying active in semi-sane stitchers. So if I don't get the April focus on Stained Glass Hello Kitty done, I'm okay. But I'm having fun. I was using Let It Snow in a Mid-Amish Life, this one, and the one I'm going to show you next, for a lot of the double dipping in the different groups. So for Magical Stitchdom, the 4 things that you have to do initially to open your park. You have the grand opening. You have to stitch 100 stitches. Then you have, oh no, that's the grand opening. Never mind. You have foundations, where you have to stitch 300 stitches on one piece. You have to get your ticket booths, so that's 200 stitches. I did both of those. You have to stitch for your castle, the main center piece of your park. That is 400 stitches. I also did that. And so that leaves for Magic Stitchdom for me. I have to stitch 100 stitches for my grand opening. Did I really do that? No. I don't think I did that. No, I did not stitch the castle. I haven't stitched the 400 stitches for the castle. So for Magical Stitchdom this week and going into May, I have to stitch 400 stitches for the castle, and then I have to stitch 100 stitches for my park grand opening in order to open my park. And then I get to stitch for various things. This month is Robin Hood. I think we're stitching for Robin Hood characters and whatnot. There's different events going on where you can stitch to get things to sell in your park to your customers, like your Mickey Mouse ears and whatnot. But I'm not doing that just yet. I'm just trying to concentrate on opening my park. So that is for Magic Stitchdom. Magic Stitchdom is like Magic Kingdom, but for stitching. So for WIPGO, for April's oops, let me get back into my other piece that I have updates for. So those of you that might have watched my March Madness video, I think I pulled this out for March Madness. This is Stitcherovia's Let It Snow. Do I have a picture of it? I don't know. Yes. I have Stitcherovia's Let It Snow. Sorry it's in black and white. Let It Snow by Stitcherovia. This is on Etsy. My custom project bags. Nice little 2-gallon jumbo Ziplocs. Let It Snow by Stitcherovia. Okay. So where I've been working on mostly in the letters here. And I have a little bit of a confession, you guys. So I'm a little torn. One of the prompts that I stitched this for was my second least favorite whip. This is kind of turning into one of my least favorite whips because you see all this white stitching up here, this ornate stitching above the border. You're not necessarily going to be able to see it in this lighting, but it's supposed to be white, and it's supposed to be the same white that's around the frame. I'm using B5200 for all of this. This is not B5200. And when the light hits it, you can tell. This looks more cream. The other bad thing is this row of stitching up underneath here, this straight row that comes across the top. The bottom half of the stitching is in this wrong color. The top half is in this brighter white. And you can totally see it in specific lighting. So I'm going to have to frog all of this out at some point, restitch it in the proper white, the B5200, and then redo this line as well. So this is really quickly kind of becoming, it's probably why I put it away and wasn't working on it, because I probably noticed it last year and was like, oh no. So anyway, I have all the words to finish. I have to frog that. I have to frog all of this out up here, restitch it in the right color. I have all the buildings, the pond, the skaters to do. I have quite a bit to do. This originally was on my WIPGO, and it was called, when was it called? This was called in February. This was my square 17 for February. And I had put on my WIPGO board initially that I wanted to finish it. There's a lot more stitching in it than, I had a lot more stitching to go before I could finish it. And so I changed the goal on this to 1,000 stitches. I am currently 541 stitches in to my WIPGO goal for this. So I'm hoping that between now and the end of May, I could knock out this box for February, the March box with a Mid-Amish Life, and get into the April stitching. So April's WIPGO, I have to stitch 1,000 stitches on Hade's Princess and the Pea, which is another Jasmine, Becca, Griffith piece. And then I have to finish stitching on an item that isn't already on my board. I'm going to finish stitching on the Cookie Exchange. Those are my April WIPGOs. So Let It Snow, I have 460 some stitches left to do for this, so hopefully I can get cranking on that in the next couple of weeks, get it finished, so maybe I can put it away, or maybe frog those stitches and count those stitches for something else, some other event. But yeah, that's probably why I put Let It Snow away last year. I didn't work on it much because I think I kind of figured out that I needed to frog and restitch that white stuff. Alright, so those are basically my updates for everything through yesterday. That is all I got done. I did the lettering on Let It Snow. You know, you can see the diamond painting I finished in my diamond painting video that'll hopefully be uploaded tonight. And yeah, so for April WIPGO, this is a GaRon Tottenbags tote bag. This is Hade, Princess and the Pea by Jasmine, Becca, Griffith. Let me see if I can get this for you. I don't know who might be stitching this at this point in time. Princess and the Pea by Jasmine, Becca, Griffith. I am doing this on 32 count, easy count fabric. No, this is one I did not restart. I decided not to restart this, or am I going to restart it? Am I going to restart this? So I have 32 count, easy count fabric. Maybe I'm going to restart it. I'm not all that far on it. Hold on. How far am I? I'm only 3,600, almost 3,700 stitches into it. But this is Princess and the Pea. This is a like a natural linen that I had started to grid with Sulky, and I may just decide to restart this. What is that? It's all the same color. That won't be that hard. That won't be that hard to restitch it. I don't know if I'm going to restart this now. I'm going to have to think, because I have 32 count easy count fabric that I could probably restart this on. I'm going to have to sit and think about this before I actually get started. But this is my one of my April WIPGO. I have to do 1,000 stitches on this. Maybe I'll just restart it and make those 1,000 stitches all this color, because it's all one color up there. Maybe I'll just restart it, make it easy on myself, and get this on 32 count, easy count, so I don't have to worry about doing that. And then I'll have another piece of fabric for stitching Easter stuff on, or other smalls or whatever. Maybe that's a thought. Restarting this Hade. And I have a matching little notions bag, also from GaRon Tottenbags, that has all the floss for Princess and the Pea. One of the things I started doing with my patterns, I used to have a main plastic tote that sat next to my stitching chair that had all the floss for all the projects that I had going in one main thing. So I had all my floss for all my projects on 3 rings, and I was, you know, using those same 3 rings for any project I had. The problem I was running into over the last little bit is it was hard to take a project and just go anywhere because I didn't have all the floss separated for that specific project. So I couldn't just pick up a project. I had to take the project and the entire tub of all my floss for all my projects with me in order to stitch one piece. So I started kitting up each individual thing sometime last year, and I was using floss drops. So I was doing the floss drops. So this is all the floss for Princess and the Pea. And now I have kits ready to go. So I can just pick up a couple of pieces, grab the project bags, or baggies, as the case may be, and take off, and I have all the floss I need for that project with that project, so I can get up and go. Also note the grime guard that's on my Q-snap right here. This is also a GaRon Tottenbags grime guard. I'm in the grime guard of the month. So it's GaRon Tottenbags. Hi Gary and Ronnie. Looking forward to seeing you at StitchCon. Alright, so the other thing for April is finish stitching on a project that's not already on my WIPGO. Here is my WIPGO, FYI. And where I'm at. These blue squares here, the free space was called, these are May's spaces. So May is Erica Michaels or other 40 count gauze project finish. I'm probably going to do the Scary Berry because I have that already done and it probably won't take me that long. And finish Santa of the Forest. Really? I put finish on there? Oh my god. So I have to finish Santa of the Forest. I may be changing the Santa of the Forest to 1,000 stitches. I don't know yet. But I still have Stitch Rovia Let It Snow for February. The April ones are in pink. So I have here, finish stitching a piece that is close to being done, not already listed on this. I decided that I'm going to do Cookie Exchange, and then this pink one is Princess and the Pea. These are the February one, or the April ones. This is the only February one I have left, and it's Stitch Rovia Let It Snow. And then I also have Amish Life for March. So I have this orange one for February, Let It Snow, and Amish Life for March. The two ones for April. And then now I have May's. So May's box 8, 13, and 14. So that's what I'm going to be working on for May. Santa of the Forest and Erica Michaels. Oh. Alright, I don't have Santa of the Forest down here, and I don't have Erica Michaels down here. But I did show you Princess and the Pea. That may be a new start on 32 count, easy count fabric. But the finished stitching, I am going to be working on Cookie Exchange. And this one is by Hands On Design. This is the Hands On Design Cookie Exchange Sal. I can't show you the patterns because it's all on the pattern. What's that? Ugh. But it's the Hands On Design Cookie Exchange. So I think I'm going to finish it. I think I can probably easily finish this. This is April's, one of April's things. So this, again, is, I got the full kit for the Cookie Exchange. I got the linen, which is the Tiffany colored linen. I really love this. I got the needle minder, the Cookie Exchange needle minder. And I also got the Cookie Exchange floss drops and floss sorter. So I have basically the whole kit. So this is where I'm at on the Cookie Exchange. The goal is to finish the stitching on it. I don't have a whole lot to do, relatively. I have the brackets for the shelf. I have the cookies on the tray. There's a couple of bowls right here. There's some cookie cutouts right here. and another motif that goes across the top. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to stitch. This isn't very big. This isn't very big. This only comes over to here, roughly. So, and there's stuff over here, so it'll fit well in here. I don't have much to stitch on this, so I'm hoping that this will go fast. So this is my other April square that I need to finish for WIPGO. So that's what I'm going to do. Hands-on Design Cooking Exchange. This is on Fabrics by Stephanie, Vintage Tiffany. And I got 32 count Lugana. Vintage Tiffany by Fabrics by Stephanie. So this is my WIPGO thing for April. So I'm hoping to get some stitching in on that. And that is it. Like I said, I don't have the May, the 2 May pieces to show you. So my next video, you will see updates hopefully for Santa the Forest and Erica Michaels or other 40 count gauze project for WIPGO. May 1st starts on Sunday, so I can actually, you know, kind of move into that. One of the things I did want to share with you though, you know, I've been keeping track of my stitching on this, but doing it this way makes it really hard for me to keep track of what I'm stitching these projects for, because I keep track of the project I'm working on and how many stitches I put in it. And each month, you know, I have a calendar on here as well that shows all the different stitching events going on for the month in all the different groups, like International Hermit and Stitch Weekend, WIPGO weekends, you know, just different things like that. And I've been writing down my Facebook stitching groups and all the different prompts, either weekly or monthly, and it's been kind of hard to keep track of which projects I'm stitching for what thing and how much I have to do. So I was kind of online this last week and I found these homework sheets for planners online. These are free downloadable. So you look for a homework planning sheet for a planner. This is what I came up with. So I started using it this week and I think I actually really like using these because I keep it behind my stitch total for the projects. And you can see here I put the class, or in that case the Facebook stitching group, the assignment, what the task is, and the details and descriptions, like what piece I'm working on and how many stitches total, and then the checkbox if I'm done with it. I think this is going to work really well for me to know like what Facebook group thing I'm stitching on and whatnot. So I think this is going to help me out a lot. So for this week, you can see here I have magic Stitchdom. So you can see I have to stitch on the castle, I have to stitch a grand opening, and then I have to post in the grand opening thread that I'm done. So I have room over here to put the project I'm stitching on and how many stitches I've got. My next one is WIPGO for February and March. So for February, I have to stitch 1,000 stitches. I'm stitching on Let It Snow. I'm 541 into my 1,000 stitches. Then for WIPGO for March, I have to stitch 1,000 stitches. On Amid Amish Life, I am 515 stitches into Amid Amish Life. So that way I know how much stitching I have to do. And then WIPGO for April is on here. WIPGO for April. You can see my 2 projects are Hayed Princess and the Pea for 1,000 stitches and Finish Stitching Cookie Exchange. So I have room in there to write what I put in. Then for Semi-Sane Stitchers, you see over here, Semi-Sane, my April focus is 1,000 stitches on Stained Glass Hello Kitty. I'm 447 stitches in. So I kind of now know for the week what I have to stitch. And I'm already a day behind because I'm not stitching tonight. So yeah, I'm already a day behind. So I have until Sunday to get these done. Well, actually, Saturday for the April focus for semi-sewn. WIPGO is pretty much the end of the year, and Magical Stitchdom is just when I get it done. But there's going to be more homework added to this as I go, because for Magical Stitches Mystery Year, I haven't added the weekly prompts yet for this week, because I'm still trying to iron all those out. So once those get ironed out, they'll go on here too. So I can kind of show you my homework. This is actually my stitch work for the week. So if anybody has any ideas for stickers or whatnot that I could use to decorate this, that would be great. But yeah, this is this week's stitching work that I have to do. And I made a couple of copies. I have May's calendar, May's blank calendar to fill in for May. So that is going on my clipboard now, so I can fill it in. For the Creatively Crafting monthly stitching, I am not really keeping track. I'm probably going to do that throughout this week. This is April's stitching challenge log. I have to fill in my stitching days and stuff up here. We're supposed to stitch 3,000 stitches in the month of April. I'm not sure I've done that. We have a chance to earn bonus points. And then here is our Stitcho thing. I haven't filled any of that out either. So part of what I'm going to do by the end of this week is get my Creatively Crafty stitching log done. Magazine monthly challenge group. Here is my acrostic and my thing. I've done the stained glass Hello Kitty stitching. But, yeah, I haven't done anything else for either the acrostic or the theme literature for the month. A little behind there. But other than that, that's all I really have. So, yeah. Just gonna kind of be plugging along this week. Don't have any plans. Other than that, yeah. So that is all I have for you for that. And that's some of my plans going forward. So now you see, you have my plans and everything like that. Like I said, I don't really have much else for you this week. I think I've showed you everything I could show you. And that is it. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry about going off screen. But that is all I have for you this week. And for this installment. So hopefully I'll be back here in another couple weeks with another May update and some more stitchy plans. And I'm hoping that sometime soon I will be getting the finishing fabric for my StitchCon small. Those of you that have been watching me know that I got sent an invoice for StitchCon Weekend B this year, and I decided to go. So I'm going to StitchCon Weekend B, and I'm looking forward to that. I have completed stitching my personally designed smalls, Exchange Small, and I'm just waiting for the finishing fabric to come in to complete the theme. And I have given hints on my theme. I don't know if you can see that. I have given hints on my theme. I have given hints on my theme. Stand on my theme for my StitchCon small. So, I'm just hoping that the person that picks my small at the Smalls Exchange for StitchCon B also kind of likes it and is kind of a geek like me. Because, yeah, hopefully they'll like it. Because I'm giving, well, I can't talk too much about it, but I'm going to be doing a video here soon of a little bit of my process of designing the pattern for my small, because I designed the pattern myself with some help from a couple other things. And then I'll kind of show you some pictures of the stitching progress and the thought process behind it, and the hand charting that I did for it, because I used graph paper and kind of charted my own piece, and then stitched it and figured out what I was going to stitch, and got it stitched. Then I started looking online for different things that could help. I'm really hoping that the fabric that I ordered to finish it matches, because it looked really cute online, and I'm hoping that it matches. Yeah, and then I got a few other things to put together with it that I'm hoping the person really likes. So I'm looking forward to that. So I do have a theme for my StitchCon small, so it'll be really cute. Hopefully the person that gets my small will like it. And I'll be putting the video, kind of a little compilation video of it. And then hopefully when I go to StitchCon and meet the person that gets my small, hopefully I can get their actual reaction to it and include that in the video, get their permission to put that in my video as well. And then sometime after StitchCon, you'll probably see that video go live, because I don't want to show it before StitchCon because it'll give too much away. And I kind of want the person that gets it to be surprised. Hopefully happily surprised, and I don't want people to search my thing out and fight over. Well, I do kind of want people to fight over it because it is pretty cool. At least I think it's cool. I'd like to get it. I'm not gonna go pick my own small up off the table though and take it, but hopefully somebody will appreciate it and get it and like it and everything like that. And hopefully it'll be somebody fun on YouTube that gets it. And that'll be great. That'll be fun. But anyway, I'd like to get the reaction. So probably end of June, you'll probably be seeing the creation video of my StitchCon small go up. It might be more just, you know, a picture montage video set to music that I show you different pictures along the way that I've taken. But yeah. So be looking for that in June. May is kind of, there's not a lot going on in May for me, like outside of stitching and whatnot. So I don't know if I'll be diamond painting. I don't know if I'll be stitching. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we'll be going out of town at all. I don't know. In June, the middle of June, I have 2 really busy weekends. The weekend before StitchCon B, which is also StitchCon A weekend, is Origins Game Fair here in Columbus. I am volunteering at Origins Game Fair Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday. And I will be going to the board game convention that whole weekend. And then, so I'm off that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the convention. The following weekend is StitchCon B down in Cincinnati, and I have Thursday and Friday off that week. So I have 2 weekends back to back where I will be busy. So not sure entirely how much stitching I'll get done in June, but we'll see. And hopefully I can get a couple of videos in before StitchCon. I can give you a few videos during StitchCon and then maybe something after. It might be one long StitchCon weekend video. I don't know yet. It just depends on how things go. So yeah, I've kind of hemmed and hawed about getting this video ended for you guys for about the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 minutes. I'm telling you about some stuff going on. But yeah, I don't know hopefully when my next video will go up, but hopefully it'll be soon. And hopefully I'll have you some more stitchy updates for you and some more haul, and I can show you some other things that I might get. There's a few things. Oh, I forgot to show you. I do have a little bit more haul. Oh, and I have something else to talk to you about. So, those of you that have watched my video too, this is another little bit of haul that I forgot about. Know that I follow Mo's sale. Mom and I opened up the Christmas Advent boxes last year for Mo's sale on video for you. And Mo Bittner dyes floss and sells it via their Facebook group. Usually on Saturdays, they put up new floss colors. And basically they tell you how many they have for sale, and you just put a me please with the number, and they send you the invoice. You pay the invoice and they ship them to you. I got Mo Floss today. 4 colors of springtime floss, and I'm really excited for these, you guys. So this color here is a very pale yellow. It's called Poussin, or Poussin, Poussin if you're French. Poussin. I took French in high school. It's been like 30 years. But this is a very light yellow. It's almost lighter than butter yellow in real life. And it is somewhat variegated. But this is all cotton. This is 100 yards of cotton. All of these are cotton. This color here is really pretty. This is called Easter Sky. Easter Sky. This one is called Fanta, like Fanta orange. It's a very nice orange, very nice pale orange, almost a peach, but kind of more orange than peach. Fanta. And this one is called Disco Bunny. The screen makes me laugh. You're not going to get a good color of this. This is a very bright mint green. If mint green is bright, this is a very bright mint green. Really nice pale green. This is called Disco Bunny. Makes me laugh. So I have 4 colors of very, very spring colors. When I was at Cross My Heart last weekend, or last week when I was there, Carol, one of the owners of Cross My Heart, and the designer behind Fireside Originals Patterns, they had a model in there for, I think it was a hands-on design pattern. I'm gonna have to get it, but it was like a spring sampler kind of pattern, where the actual called for colors on the pattern were like reds and blues and browns, like deep reds, blues, and browns, like, you know, really dark. And it looked really nice until I saw Carol's model of it sitting there in spring colors that were a lot like this. I forget exactly what colors that she used. They had it written down, and I meant to write down the pattern. Didn't write down the pattern, didn't take a picture of it. So I'm gonna have to go into Cross My Heart and see what I have, or get the pattern for it, because now I have the perfect colors of floss to stitch it like Carol did. Oh, and Mo also put in a couple pieces of candy. Really nice little thank you candies. But I like Mo Floss. I don't have a lot of their cottons. I have more silk. But I thought these spring colors were just beautiful, so I got those. So one of the other pieces I was going to work on and try and finish this year, that I think I've decided to UFO, meaning I'm going to put it well on the back burner, is Garden Hares by the Gentle Art. I started this well over 10 years ago. This is an old WIP, and it's using Gentle Art sampler threads. And this piece was charted by Gentle Arts I think when they first came out, like in the late 90s, with their line of sampler threads for stitching. And the directions on the piece aren't very clear. One of the symbols that's in the pattern isn't in the color scheme. And it's a handwritten chart. It's not really clear. It's not really clear. The instructions aren't really clear. And I keep forgetting it when I'm trying to pick this up and work on it, that the instructions aren't very clear. Because you're supposed to do long arm cross stitch inside the tree. But you can't really outline the tree in long arm cross stitch. So initially I outlined the tree in just regular stitches, and I was going to fill it in with long arm cross stitch. But you can't really fill in long arm cross stitch in that. The rabbits are stitched in wood smoke, which are really cute. I had 2 colorways of wood smoke, one that had more brown variegation in it than the other. It's the same color. It's just two different strands, one with more brown than the other. I forget what the green is in the grass, but instead of stitching each individual stitch across this way to make a grass striped, I did it up and down. So that's what gave the grass that kind of stripy look. And the hearts, there's like 4 hearts in various places around here. They're all done in like Smyrna crosses. I don't know if you can see those. It's very close. They're all done in Smyrna crosses and stuff like that. The pattern is really cute, but it doesn't match my aesthetic. It might later on down the road because it is kind of Easter and spring, and maybe I'll come back and finish this, but right now I think I've decided that this is just going to be a UFO. So this is this is on 28 count casual linen in cream. I think this is just going to go in my UFO pile and be put away. So anyway, sorry about that little bit, that little interlude, but that is all I have for you. So new Facebook challenge groups I'm in. There's a challenge group called Floss In Space. You start out in that one as a colonist. I am still a colonist. And then once you, you know, kind of get your feet wet and stitch for food and fuel for space travel, then you post a picture or you post a comment that you're ready to join a ship, a spaceship, and they'll pair you up with a spaceship looking for people, and then you just stitch on food and fuel and do events and stuff for your group. Or they have separate events for colonists where you get your feet wet and stuff like that, and they kind of groom you to becoming part of a team if you want to do that. I kind of joined the group just to see what it's all about. It's called Floss In Space. The next one is Magic Stitchdom. I've talked about that, where, you know, your opening thing is to stitch your castle, your ticket booth, your gate, and your grand opening to open your park. And then you can stitch on things like buying items to sell in your park, getting rides, getting attractions, getting characters, getting statues, getting whatever. There's also Hell's Stitchin, which is like Hell's Kitchen, but only stitching related. You're kind of stitching for ingredients, you're stitching for recipes, you're stitching for events and cook-offs and whatnot. I'm not in that group because it's a little more involved and active than I want to be. Some new FlossTubers that I have picked up on. One of them is Stitchin with the Twins, and it's Tiffany, Ainsley, and Adelaide. Ainsley and Adelaide are 9 years old, and they are doing videos with their mom. They're in Western Pennsylvania, and their first video is the Know Your Needleworker tag. So though they are stitching with the twins, and so yeah, if you happen to happen by them, give them a watch. They're pretty cute, and the girls are actually learning a lot at 9 years old. I wish I knew this thing at 9 years old. They'd probably be a lot better off than I am. But yeah, that's all I have for you. So on that note, 15 minutes later, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you, and keep on keeping on, because that's all we can do. And until next time, take care of yourself, stay healthy, get out there, enjoy the warmer weather if you're in a warmer weather climate. Hopefully you're staying safe. Hopefully, you haven't had any severe weather hit your parts, and hopefully you're able to get out and enjoy things. So, that being said, take care, and we'll see you next time.